Hey everyone, welcome back to the Daily Try. My name's Travis, and this week we've got a quick episode of the weekly news, and I promise I'm going to keep it quick as I'm headed to Ironman, Texas tomorrow to film for Simon Shee as well as get some footage for the channel. So this week we're going to do the top 7 news stories from the triathlon world, and then we're going to preview Ironman, Texas, Challenge Gran Canaria, and 70.3 Peru. So let's get into it. I'm really excited and wanted to share with you some great weather we're having here in Washington. We don't get it all the time. So here we go. Okay, at number 7, we've got Aquasphere's new goggles that were just released, the Defy Ultras. These caught my attention because they are quite massive, and I saw a video of Sam Long unboxing them. What do you guys think? Would you wear a pair of goggles that look like this? They're apparently really leak-proof, have a crazy wide field of vision, and they're extremely streamlined through the water. So that's enough to sell me on trying a pair, but I don't know if I would wear those outside of the open water. At number 6, we've got Heather Jackson winning the Belgian waffle ride in California. It's clear that one of our favorite triathletes of all time is doing really well on the gravel scene, and I can't wait to keep following her along. At number 5, we've got Xterra kicking off their World Series in Taiwan this last weekend. It looked like a really big race, and it's part of their series that they're now starting, which is sounding like what the PTO wants to do, where they have all these events across the world and they're putting a $340,000 prize purse into it, which should make it even more exciting. I've always wanted to race Xterra, and I'm hopefully doing my first one this fall, so I can't wait for that. But I think they do have a long way to go to get their broadcast numbers up, so I'm intrigued to see how they improve their broadcast throughout the year. Speaking of the PTO, I saw some headlines floating around about an email that was sent to the athletes and how the PTO is definitely not going to do a long distance race for the time being, as they're focused on making a broadcast product, which we've talked about before. At number 4, I've got Taylor Nibb, the reigning 70.3 world champion, starting a YouTube channel. I thought this was really well made and done for her first video. She opened up about her stress fracture and the injuries she's been dealing with and how she's got surgery and the road to recovery for her. So it was a great listen, as well as being really well put together. And hopefully she sticks with it. As she said, it might just be a trial. But that's another pro who started a YouTube channel, and we're starting to run out of those who don't have one. Put it down in the comments. Who do you think you'd love to see the most who currently doesn't have one? I would personally love to see Gustav Iden have his own YouTube channel. I think he's a character, and I'd love to see more from him. At number 3, we've got the Boston Marathon, and that's not quite triathlon related. However, the shoes that were ran in that race have a lot to do with triathlon, because most of the top 3 in that race were using Adidas shoes on both the men's and the women's side. So that's a big win for Adidas. Patrick Lange's shoes that he ran for the 230 Ironman were also in Adidas. So I wonder if we'll start seeing more pros lean towards Adidas. However, what really stands out to me, and has probably caught your eye already, is that the women's winner wore a pair of the On Cloud Tri shoes that we've heard lots about, with Gustav Iden wearing them at the World Triathlon Series races. And I can't wait till these are finally released and we can hear all about them. So that was pretty cool, and it gave triathlon a quick shout out during that massive Boston race. And at number 2, we had the Battle of the Moms in Missouri, with Katie Zafiris just edging out Gwen Jorgensen in that race. She had an all-around fantastic performance and picked up some important qualification points. Both of those women, however, are still in desperate need of more points, as 5 or 6 American women are ahead of them in the rankings right now to go to Paris in 2024. The one interesting fact there is that USAT does have the option to substitute one of the other women in the rankings for either Katie or Gwen, so we'll have to see how that develops. I'm glued to that story, and I can't wait to see if both of them or either of them make it on the start list for Paris. At number 1, we've got Sean Conway, who's trying to do 102 Ironmans in 102 days, trying to break the previous record, which is absolutely insane. He's doing it to raise money for True Venture and help get kids into sport, which I think is just fantastic. Fun fact, he's actually from Harare in Zimbabwe, which is where I'm from originally too. And I just thought I would share that and see if any of you guys would head over to his webpage and support him. There is an option, funny enough, to donate 45,000 pounds and get your name tattooed on his butt. which I thought was hilarious. It's worth just heading over to the website anyways and reading about some of the crazy adventures that this man has done before, and I will definitely be following along with his journey and more of his in the future. Okay, so we did the top 7 and on to the preview for Ironman Texas. 175K prize purse here. It's a massive regional championship race with 5 slots for the men and 5 slots for the women to go to Kona. On the men's side, it is Rudy Von Berg, Matt Hansen, Chris Leiferman, Cody Beals, Bart Arnault, Trevor Foley, and then Joe Skipper being the big names on that start list. There's a few others as well. My predictions for the race is that Joe Skipper is the clear favorite here. He is too good on the bike and the run right now. He's looking extremely aerodynamic from what I've last seen. But most importantly, he's got that dad strength now, having his daughter recently. So I think he's going to do really well. And then Rudy Von Berg for me in second place. He's been training under Mikkel Eden. I can't wait to see how he goes. And then finally, Matt Hansen. We all know he's going to run his way onto the podium. He was looking fast in this Instagram reel, and I wouldn't bet against him. On the women's side, I'm going to root for Kat Matthews. She is definitely the highest name by far on their start list. But then I'm going to go with Danielle Lewis in second. I think she is a fantastic athlete with a great trajectory. And then Jocelyn McCauley in third place, who I know is recovering from an injury, but I think she'll be strong enough to make the podium in this race. And then on to the other big race for the weekend, which is Challenge Gran Canaria. This race will actually be streamed, so keep an eye out for their link that they'll post on social media, because you do not want to miss this one with Sam Laidlow, Aaron Royal, Florian Angert, Patrick Lange, and so much more on the start list. It's going to be a cracker. And on the women's side, you've got Anne Haug racing, the likes of India Lee and Ruth Astle, so it's going to be fantastic. My predictions for that is Sam Laidlow to take the win with Aaron Royal in second, and then Matthias Margerier from France, hard to say that name. He got second at Lanzarote behind Justus Nieslag, and I think he is one to watch for the future. And then on the women's side, it's Anne Haug by far for the win there. I'm always excited to see how she runs because I'm now comparing her against Tamara Jewett, and I can't wait to see them run against each other in Ibiza. And then India Lee in second place there, and Svenja Thos. That's my prediction. And then finally, we've got Peru, a small start list there, and an even smaller prize purse with the winners just taking home $2,000 to go all the way there to Peru. But it's Tim O'Donnell who leads the start list there as the biggest name, and he'll be looking to take home that $2,000, and also Pamela Oliveira on the women's side. So that wraps up this week's news. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Like I said, heading to Texas, so come back here for the highlights and analysis of that and some in-person race footage, which I'm excited to do more of in the future. But for now, enjoy my outro that I just made, and I hope you guys have a great weekend enjoying some racing. Thank you for watching the video. If you're new around here, then don't forget to subscribe. This channel is all about helping triathlon become a huge sport through weekly news videos, highlights, motivational videos, race reporting, and anything else you can think of, with a splash of my own triathlon journey thrown in. The goal is for this to become the YouTube hub for everything professional triathlon, and I'd love to do it full time to give back to you and create an amazing community. To help me do that, I need you to get behind me by supporting me for the price of a gel on either Patreon or Buy Me a Coffee. You can also join in on the conversation on Discord and follow me on Instagram. The more support, the more content. And don't forget, it's simple. Try every day. We'll see you in the next one.